Today we're going to show you a little something that we made about the world's famous author Daniel Defoe. First up is a few facts about the author himself, some of his previous works, and also the literary time period in which he lived. Then we will talk about Daniel Defoe's most famous work, Robinson Crusoe. And of course, lastly, we are going to see the little short roleplay that we put up based on Robinson Crusoe.
Daniel Defoe was an English novelist. He was born in England, London, in 1960. He later on died in 1731. Daniel's last name was actually Foe in his early life. He was a merchant before he started writing all of his work, and he often traveled around. The trading stopped when he became bankrupt, and after that he changed his path to the literary one. Later on he decided to rename himself to sound more aristocratic. It may have to do with his road to becoming famous with his work. Daniel made many texts in which he criticized the community during his time. The church was big and powerful during this time and had a huge influence on people's thoughts and their acts. During this time, many of the texts were written mainly to criticize the church and make people realize they can have their own opinion and not be controlled by the church. Daniel, as many other authors, criticized the ways during this time, and the outcome for Daniel was time in prison. Some of Daniel's work are Captain Singleton, Memoirs of Cavalier, Colonel Jack, and also a text called Showed Us Weight with Dissenters, which was written in 1702. This text was very criticizing, and the outcome from the text was that Daniel became imprisoned.
In this novel, Daniel Defoe describes the environment very deeply, and it makes for the reader to get a clear image of how it looks around the main character. He uses metaphors to describe how something or someone looks, and you get a very clear image when you read it. The language is very modern if you think about when the book was written, which was 1790. An example of this is, I let the mustache grow and molded them together with the sideburns of Mohammedans way too large hooks, similar to those worn by the Turks in Saleh. The Moors had no such mustaches. I do not pretend that it was so long that I could hang the hat on it, but they were sufficiently long and terrifying to scare people in England.
Robinson Crusoe was born in the year 1632, and he has always, ever since his childhood, had a thirst of going out exploring the world. In his younger age, he runs away from home, taking the first boat to the coast of Africa. He runs away from home because his parent doesn't agree with his decisions about what he wants to do in the future. And during his trip to the coast of Africa, the crew and him come across several storms which he believes God had punished him with because he ran away from home. Later on, he takes a sail ship near Brazil, and they come across another big storm who kills the whole crew, and he is left alone on an island for 28 years until he managed to build a boat and to travel home. During his time on the island, he experienced a lot of things, he learns a lot of new things, and he meets a friend, which was first an enemy, but they became best friends. The theme in this novel is not giving up. Robinson chose to become a sailor. He chose to explore the world and follow his dreams and do what he loves. He chose to run away from home, and he did all this because he wanted to do what he did, and he didn't want to do what his parents told him to do. When he was on the island, sometimes he got very sad that he ended up on this island, but then he remembered that this was what he wanted to do, so he decided not to starve to death. Instead, he was going to fight for his life, and he would try to survive and leave the island. And he was very confident that he would do it. And he also said that when he will leave this island, he won't stop doing what he loves just because of what happened here. He would continue traveling and exploring the world, discovering new continents and new cool stuff for him to find out. And that is why I believe that the theme in this novel is very appropriate to not giving up.
In conclusion, Robinson Crusoe is a very inspiring book to a lot of people, not only because he wrote about new things, for example, traveling the world and exploring new continents, but also that he wrote about things that wasn't really appropriate to write about during that time, in the Enlightenment time. He wrote about criticizing the church, which would lead to huge punishments for the writer, but he didn't really care about that because he wanted the people to step up and tell about their own thoughts and ideas without being afraid of the church. And this led to that a lot of new writers came by and started writing about things like this, and he made people want to have their own freedom and not to be afraid, but to have the humans' right and make the church lose their power.
Where are we?
I don't know. How did we even get here? I can't remember. I think we went sailing right into a storm.
Are you sure? I mean, I guess that would explain why we are on the island in the middle of nowhere.
Oh no.
What?
Look at the boat.
Damn, how on earth are we going to get back now?
I don't know. But this island seems pretty big, so there might be someone else here. Wanna go look?
Yeah, sure.
Wow, this forest is huge.
There's no wild animals here, right?
Hopefully not.
How did the forest just turn red?
I don't know, magic?
Yeah, right.
Wait, was the forest always this dead?
I think it just happened just a second ago. Seriously?
Yeah, this is really freaky.
This must be some kind of weird dream.
Yeah, I'm starting to think so as well. Look!
What?
There's a door leading into that cave. What if there's someone in there?
Let's go find out. Wow, this cave is enormous.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of spooky. Whoa! Who are you?
I'm the owner of this cave. Who are you and what are you doing in my cave? Wait, how can you own a cave? I bought it.
What? From whom?
A tiger.
A tiger? Are you mental?
Yes, I had to pay him 3 chickens and a small wooden fortress. Do you mind showing us around? Yes, actually, so you should probably leave now. Wow, no need to be rude. How very rude! You should have left already. Ooka booka.
Thanks for watching.
With what I once bought, cause somebody stole my car radio and now I just sit in silence.